Okay, and we're off. So this must be time. That's when I did it. So I'm in the afternoon of day one. God, I heard there's 8 days. I'm gonna finish this fucking game. Oh, I swear this guy used to walk fast. Go faster. Oh, I can hold shift to go fast. Oh, hey. Run, run, run. I never did. Was it this bin that had all the bottles in it? Yeah. When? There we go. So, the last thing that happened.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes. Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Do like
The
his.
sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century.
Okay, guess not. So, time. Oh, the kitchen doors are open.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Well? Great, perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself. By the way, if you hadn't paid before 9 p.m., your door would have been locked electronically.
Oh, that's fun to know for the next run.
Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you.
Oh,
got it?
God.
You've got nowhere else to stay.
I mean, I thought that was coming, but
I'll
ugh.
take a room here too.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this...
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing. It is but an imitation.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No, because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Okay, let's get the key to this trash
No, it
container.
belongs to the Whirling
Nope,
and
or
Rags.
not.
Thank you for clearing the debt. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with a...
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
Makes
It
sense.
seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Okay.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container? We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Yeah.
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Is this a dig at me?
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today...
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Hmm? What thing-based questionnaire?
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Oh.
Yes. Absolutely out of the question.
No.
Absolutely in the question.
Yes.
First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your
Yes.
body is ready, sire.
Okay. Let's go in here before we go out and check out the garbage.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a complete... Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Gorancy Quebec. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Stay masculine. What? What?
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling. He smiles and bangs. It's almost like music,
Okay.
especially...
Oh, man. Oh. What's money doing in there? Okay. Let's get out of here. It is tough. I wonder how much the average person feels like they have any grasp on this mystery at this point.
This trash container, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta pack among the threadbare kitchen towels. Something catches your eye. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Oh boy.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with...
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
That feels important.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your
paperwork?
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover...
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco? Challenge accepted.
Exactly.
You should be on the lookout for stylistic elements that elevate this cabbage to heights unforeseeable. Good choice. Soggy carton and some kind of food sludge welcome you back, invitingly.
Officer, this is sensitive information. You need to take this seriously. I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you?
Wow, went off script there. Getting your ass handed to you. You shouldn't go picking fight.
Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here? Oh, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron, only in its social sensibility.
Oh no! Can I put it back?
The container sounds a muffled gong.
I don't want it.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Okay. Where to now? Oh. It's Kim's car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The body. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then
Be a sad
you
song.
hear something.
Please
The
be a sad
soft
song.
purr of electrical kittens, radio waves, car.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Oh.
How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, who was Sylvie again? Was that the poor woman I harassed right at the start? Oh, I just want to know.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4, your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. Over. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Yes, actually.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your
No,
name.
that's from the
It's
bookstore.
the name of a fictional detective who would not lose it. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him, and...
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Dietmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fuck.
Satellite Officer Dietmar concurs, losing your badge. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
That's a good one.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
No.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him.
Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Oh boy.
Sergeant Orson wants to know.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you
No.
figure the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over. He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague. Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun? Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to say.
What's he saying?
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my... Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn...
Satellite Officer V. I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over.
In pursuit of his...
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, useful for opening all sorts. The handles are long and sleek. It's robust, weatherproof, and lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the lock.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It wants...
Translation. We're not alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right.
10-4, come in.
Oh.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you.
Oh god, did I do something?
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know who? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Oh God, what did I do?
No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Okay?
I do feel much better now.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Well, you don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is... Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl
Oh
getting
my
smaller on the other end of the line.
No.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
Okay. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench, and yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective.
I sound like I was so obnoxious beforehand.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide
Oh God.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, cause these are my brains.
Oh my God.
I can't see without my brains."
Oh, this would have been so terrible to be around.
No, please, no more suicide threats.
I shouldn't
God,
have
you don't
clicked
have
that.
that stupid gun anymore.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this world.
Thanks, conceptualization.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Oh God, did I sell my gun?
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You
Disco
had the
things?
things on. The disco things.
I want those.
Well, it's like yelling down the toilet, sir. Claude, I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. Just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Oh God, that's the one that the guy's fixing,
I
right?
think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Okay, officer. Yes, obviously. You were the worst one I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this. I've had sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it... I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had
Jesus
no idea what you meant.
Christ.
And I don't want to know. And then you scream something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Oh, God, can I keep being this much of an asshole? The answer is yes.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not... No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked
Oh
her.
no.
It was...
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I let... Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Butchered that right up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Damn it. I was hoping that would jog my memory.
You hear a sigh of relief on the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second. Sylvie Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else?
You hear
Anything else I can help you with, Office 57? Over and out.
in the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay, I think that went well.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house, no large...
Okay, getting there. I had... Oh. Wait, where are my skill points? Oh, I have 3. But do I even have... Wait, God. Okay, no, these are just... So there's a gap there. How do I... Oh. Idiot. Okay, cool. There we go. Have I been? I don't think I have. Yeah. Oh, you know what? But I just had to call her up again just to make sure that she's not comfortable. Oh. Is this where my gun is? Shit, I just spent all my money at the motel, though. How am I going to buy it back?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing...
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend. About a man, 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations. Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Do my best.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carry...
Franco-Nigerian knight. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Do I recognize that place name?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
I'm a little confused about... Because there's royalists, there's capitalists, there's communists. The timeline's starting to get a little bit blurry just because I probably wasn't paying enough attention.
Isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries.
Yeah, those are the revolutionaries.
Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers.
So there was a royal family, and then there was some kind of revolution. And I think it was a capitalist revolution, but then... Oh no, sorry, it was a communist revolution that then capitalists kind of came in and took over. Basically, like, most of the real life attempts.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Okay, I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
Okay.
A typical Martinez street light sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Yes, officer.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Why would he be like that? Unless he did,
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
I got lax, and this is what happens.
It's not often that I see
Yeah.
officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the
It
shop.
is a nice effect.
I haven't had any problems myself.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
No.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
This is optimistic.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it.
Is this like
and of her.
the Kuno S? It's the only person I know of who would call pigs so readily.
Truth be told,
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
my apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Yeah, but surely I can get a description.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions.
Wait,
The
what?
unhealthy kind. Of course. I doubt it, but I do my best to keep my
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Sure thing. Sure, man. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, what? No.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amp. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm,
Oh,
12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use. Absolutely, I've tested each one myself.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturne.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more
Okay. Okay, so if I can get $6.10, I will be able to afford a tape player, which hopefully contains sad songs. Ooh. How do I interact?
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Oh, okay.
A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Ooh.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand.
Well, let's go try that now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're...
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
Okay.
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Let me see. Right here. It has its problems. Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But this next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished.
Wow.
I'm
good.
Let's see. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
It's got to be bullshit, right?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Anything's better than annihilating yourself.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten.
Okay, so I need to take my shirt off. This one. Oh, disgusting. Found that's the horsey guy who I've got. Symmetric gains. Don't these things usually stop being green when I empty them? Get out of the way, Kim.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in. The spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Okay.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Yay, we got salami.
It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the water lock. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes? Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the water lock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at...
Okay. I assume today is Monday or Sunday? Okay.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics.
How about some premium class service over here? Save the economy. That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods? Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
Good.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments.
economical but also trendy? Look firsthand. Buy secondhand.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty.
Ooh.
Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
Fuck yes. I assume. Do I still get my bonus from the thought? Yeah. Fashion.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small,
You like sunglasses, officer?
stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more abort. These are hideous.
Aw.
What's more,
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy.
it's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things.
Perfect.
You are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then don't make me interfere.
How did Kim already know that's my aesthetic? Okay, I need to get
These
income.
are all boring. But those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything,
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high.
this is how a sea monster sees the world. You've
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found...
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
I do want to be a musician. Shit, okay. We gotta find $1.60 somewhere, gang. It's over here.
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them.
Do I need these for
See
karaoke?
you were tasteful.
Speaking of luxury, you should go a pair of Faun Ultras. The design is
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the...
only that's mad Faun
That's
Ultra,
shoes.
where these once respectable speakers have been conquered.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneaker. Then look at them again. These are the... No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium...
Yeah, I've already
high-class
given up on
sneakers
having
the
20
ground.
saved for tomorrow. I can figure out where to live.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Okay, well, fuck, now I need another 50 things of 50 cents. Should I actually talk to this guy?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. The name Sileng is embroidered.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool. Everything's cool. Goods are cool. You're
I like this guy.
very cool. Bang.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout. at the rear.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
Oh no.
He does not need your money.
Oh,
please
damn it,
disregard
Kim, you
that.
piece of
We're
shit.
just here to ask some questions.
Of course. Fire away.
No need to drink this one.
Grr.
Just tell him what you want.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Yes. Lots of cops are.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so,
Sorry, detective. Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors. Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
it is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its locals are so...
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you...
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale.
Oh.
Anything you want. 50, anything for you. Me? It's a boring story, officer.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh. Oh, I hate my character so much.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left. If you say so, officer, I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know.
Okay, wait. So, is that discount applying then? Wait, why can't I access the shop? I want this can of beans. Okay, good.
The shine on these sunglasses.
Stylish shades. Huh?
What?
They'd be even more stylish.
So he was already applying the discount? Son of a bitch. I'll be back. Huh. Oh wow, this is much bigger than I thought.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Profligacy?
Well, he blew through the whole
Okay.
national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate centuries. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored
What a
He
superstar.
slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
Oh no.
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before cocaine, His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realm beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an
I can see
instant
that.
frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on the people in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders.
Well, they're just
With
idiots.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze, not that he ever did in life either. It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening falls. The time the vows are blurred and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Fascism, Brota.
What? That's not where I thought that was going.
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachel's problems? Yes, them. Women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest
Okay.
is also important. But the main thing is that women need to know their place.
Yeah.
Feminists? No, it can't be. Not you. No, stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times. Okay, yes, let's call it that.
Fuck.
That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intent. It is one of betrayal and
Yeah, no, sorry. That doesn't sound like my jam for a first run through. Ooh. No, thank you. It's actually one less than not wearing a shirt for me. Yeah. Wait, is that actually a judgment from the game? Or is it just like... Is it because of something I said? Is it how I responded to the statue?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So in the background, the game is kind of tracking a lot of these things, and when they hit a threshold, kind of presenting them to me. I guess it makes sense. Like, I've been role-playing very inconsistently, but I've said a lot of awful things, so it does kind of track that would get flagged.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
See, I thought I had been leaning into supporting the communists. Why haven't I been offered that yet? I mean, there have been a few where I didn't. That was because of the conversation I was in, like the two guys playing the bowling game. I think I avoided the communism stuff there because I didn't want the chat to get too toxic. But yeah, I'm honestly surprised that I'm not getting offered communism.
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
See, I wouldn't have thought I've taken many pro-capitalist things. Maybe I'm not paying close enough attention.
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a...
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true.
All of what? The world.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Lomano. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall, while you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Okay.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine?
Fair enough.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Of course it does. What did you expect? Of course not. To truly understand the
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cow herder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him. The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish.
She's just a distracted old woman.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something heavy, something unconnected to the case, but connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatalia Magistral, U41A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches. But you're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my job more seriously. Is that all you woke me up to say? What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
why would I want to do that? Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about? Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month,
yeah,
I
could
made
be.
half of dozen trips from Saramiris to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiris to Grad, Loman? It's diamonds, Loman, obviously. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Thank you, Visual Calculus.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen, or I can just relax and let my mind carry.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree.
Money. Go, 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 go. Oh, don't tell me this is like a one-way thing. Okay, good. on, Kim. We're going sunglasses shopping.
The shine on these sunglasses.
Stylish shades, huh?
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
Fuck yeah. Did that actually... wait, that has tinted things, right? I'm not making that up. No, I was. Oh, that's a shame. Did I talk to this guy? The skinny guy?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
you sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for the bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up.
We talked to her.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. Us lorry drivers, camionneurs, you still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Oh, dark.
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was this rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically again.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you...
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person...
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got... Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a...
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Okay, let's give this a go.
Ease into it.
Damn.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive...
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh, hey, Bob. I actually don't think I'm going to be going for more than half an hour, so sorry about that. That timing's very unfortunate. Should actually look at this like mission thing I've got. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, see, Warbo, see. Oh, this is really cool, like a profile. So, that's interesting. I've either just straight up failed some of these and not done them. The sorry cops, I can see. Good cop, bad cop, -2. That probably means I'm too bad cop. Interesting. Okay. I actually, yeah, as I'm thinking now, I think I remember accidentally saying no to communist and being a little upset about it, but thinking it would ask me again. Like maybe halfway through yesterday's session. Because I remember like something big started and I clicked the bottom option and then it like took me out of it and I didn't really realize that that meant I was quitting at that stage. I hadn't clicked into that part of the pattern. That definitely happened with something. Whether it was the communist thing, I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, money. Yes. Wow, there's a lot over here. Oh, that's a shame. I want to be a communist superstar cop. I wonder if I can get a second chance. No, there's caps lock on. Just gonna straight up Google what I want. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Melancholy? That's not quite sad enough, is it?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What is what? it's a raincoat.
Okay, I like her already.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Ooh. Do I have a
The till
credit
machine
card?
stands in the corner. A sign says,
Oh,
one bottle
it's a vending
equals
machine.
10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle.
Fucking
You're a richer man.
entrepreneur over here.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles,
Oh,
nasal spray. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by...
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogama. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller.
I've got lots of magnesium.
Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogama is... I don't really know what Hypnogama is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything. St. Baptiste. You know. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. That one. There.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history, as far as almost anyone knows, at least.
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Oh no, I don't have enough money for drugs. I gotta blow it on sunglasses and stuff.
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff. But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
I love this girl. She's great. Well, I can't afford anything.
The pale aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which, you know. I mean, I already said it'd hurt you. I don't know what else they do. No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says. Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store? I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter
Surely that
to
doesn't
avoid
cover.
trademark infringement.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Am I in there?
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear.
Oh.
It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really... long? I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask her.
Okay. Uh-huh.
That was my best interview yet, I think. Biggest success. Okay, so what should I be doing? This place looks scary involved. I don't want to start that tonight. We already talked. That was the racist fuckwit, right? I talked to him very early on. Oh, yeah, I haven't talked to Gart for Sylvia. That's a perfect one. Let's go set these two lovebirds up. Yeah, but I don't have the ability to get the body out of the tree, I don't think. Was there something I was meant to look for to help me? Oh god, that's a mission. I have to get ammonia. Okay. I should be coming in here more often, huh?
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Okay, Kim.
Thank you anyway.
Yes. Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. Why didn't she just tell me that? I don't care about stuffed birds. I care about my employees. All right. Did she say anything else about me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or?
I'm a matchmaker. I'm a good person. Okay. I don't... Can I afford ammonia? I don't think I could. Oh, okay. I can do that. That's right, yep. Ugh. That's alright. Okay. Didn't I already talk to the gardener? Maybe she has new stuff. I'm gonna quickly go and check how much ammonia costs.
Is this about the question?
Wait, no. It's here.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Wait, is she gonna give me ammonia for free, the gardener? Is that what you're hinting at me? Because I do need to save this money for fashion. Okay, back we go. I can in fact afford ammonia. It's only $1, so that's or a real. So that's good.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Yeah, okay, that conversation's coming
Sure,
back to me now.
I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna take that ammonia hardcore. I'm really enjoying the... Wait, oh shit, do I need to take the ammonia
There
first?
he still is, looking.
Oh, okay, so you can still fail it, it just helps, does it? How do I take this? Is it just going to apply automatically?
There he still is, looking right through you.
Like
with
plus
his white
one.
eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Well, this is pointless. 3%, that just means my only chance of winning is if I get double sixes. Which is like the ammonia's not helping me at all.
Activity.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow!
Okay. Well, screw that. Okay. No, that's wrong.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Okay, so this feels like Axis stuff. Not necessarily the political Axis, but something. Oh, well, actually that one maybe.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or it's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000
I find people to get money off
but
them?
that requires special paperwork. But they appear pleasantly vague. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police. 12 pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers. Interview requests for bad guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages for work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. That's a lot. This kind of caseload would explain your solved cases tally on the watermark. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this, yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use... Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on
Oh,
the
Kim,
ammo belt.
you're never seeing one of those pens ever again.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor. And inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizen.
No, actually. Any ideas?
Oh, the Hanged Man is like the good one. The Furies are at home in the mirror. Is interesting. Is that a reference to a really early conversation? Shit on a stick is very funny.
Ah, yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger,
Oh, you're right. Those are better.
they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny? Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete?
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
Damn right.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. Could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know?
Yes. You know what that normal name is. But it's so plain. Anything else, please.
Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one. The Hanged Man.
You, Kim, you little piece of shit.
Okay then. The case doesn't need to have a name.
No, wait, no, Kim,
Fine. For inter-district cooperation, let's try one more time. What do you want to name it?
Stubborn piece of shit, Kim.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Arson, petty theft. You don't exactly close them. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000.
Oh, so those are my initials.
Next world mural. Why, yes, your precinct number is 4. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. That is improbable. It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised.
Oh.
Where do you want to start?
Jeez, it is getting late.
AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA The public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s, you would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the... It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner. No, that's Burke. Leslie's shtick is flashing his genitals, remember?
Right, okay.
How will you ever solve the unsolvable case if you can't even... He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk
Jesus.
than... In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
I mean, this is solved. Solved is a word choice.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
I'll come back to these.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Oh, I can have another go at this, can I? Damn it. Wait, wrong one.
It's still not what happens. Fuck this
Damn
compartment.
it.
You should throw it away.
No. Oh, I got a thought.
Resilient socioeconomics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over personally with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, wow, that really did eat a lot of time. I'm kind of unsure, like, when I'm gonna need to sleep, if that makes sense. Was there a job that I had to do tonight? Oh, there's a map? Acquire a copy of the city map. Well, okay then. Wait, so what does a filled in dot mean? Oh, bonus from items. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop because, like, in Elliot time, it's about time to finish up. But I don't want to waste the game time and go to bed, so I'm just gonna save here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks to everyone who came along. I'll be back next week as we head into day 2, I guess. And maybe just finish off day 1. But yeah, catch you all later.